Hi. Drink that. So I did a bit of a Russo on you all, and I made a video that I'm very fond of called "On Drugs" as a topic, as in I'm not on drugs, though I am probably on drugs. I like drugs. Anyway, so we're going to talk about kids. That life is hard, and drugs can be hard, and life can get cheap, but drugs can also get cheap. So when life gets hard, make sure you get your drugs for cheap. Um, That's all I really have to say. I'm only joking. Okay. And I didn't really give a solution. Anyway, I made this wonderful video, and I think Germany listened to me a lot because when I go on about Germany not being Germany anymore, and you see all these guys getting arrested for trying to be German nationalists again, they disappear. And I talked just very recently after my on drugs video. You find it in one of these silly monologues. Germany legalized marijuana. And I used marijuana as an example in this video because I don't really know much about other drugs. I talked about heroin again because I was addicted to heroin for a year. Rare survivor, very rare survivor. Very happy to be alive. I definitely tried to take my life so many times. If it didn't kill me, I tried to kill myself so many times. In relation, just stay away. It's the devil's contract. You don't need the strongest painkiller in the world. Well, unless you're starving in a ditch on the side of the fucking dual carriageway. For 2 winters, But anyway, don't. Anyway, I regret it. Anyway, we're not talking about that. Germany legalized or brought in leniency to marijuana. Lovely, exactly what I would do as well. You're allowed to grow 2 or 3 plants, and probably some of it. I reckon some official got busted. 2 or 3. I reckon loads of them do. Politicians had 2 or 3 plants. Oh, he was found in public with 25 grams. I think it's 28 grams to the ounce. So he was found. Somebody was found and had a few joints out of it already. I saw those German joints; they were fucking beefy anyway. So he'd already had a joint or two out of it, and some official probably got busted with a. Anyway, but anyway, doesn't matter. I know everybody's allowed to do it because some official got busted with 25 grams in a public place. So everybody's okay to. That's why you really want to bust like politicians and stuff because everybody's okay to do it. Then I'm joking. Boris Johnson, and everybody can have a beer. My kingdom for a beer. My kingdom for a beer. No, I love Boris Johnson, man. My kingdom for a beer. This is what makes me want to go drinking with Boris Johnson so much. My kingdom for a beer. Great supine protoplasmic invertebrate jellies. Oh, bring it on. Anyway, what am I doing? Oh yeah, giving you the solution. I did a Russo on you and I gave you a problem. And I gave you some solutions, but I do have a solution because I was like, and I don't really know how to do like there's things like marijuana cafes and or memberships in marijuana clubs. And I was thinking, well, how could you really do without like cocaine? Because I don't like that brain kill or any form of that kind of stuff. Maybe one day in my 40s, if I actually start making some real money in life. But I never went near the cocaine. Well, obviously I have tried it, bouncing off a piano like a fucking bumblebee. But yeah, I don't like it anyway. But anyway, I'm trying to fix this into like sports bars with cocaine. I was like, nah, it just wouldn't work. It'd just be so much fighting. They get mugged all the time. It would be ruined and stuff. So anyway, I recently had a thought, and it came from my little brother, not specifically, but the nature of my little brother. I have a very go active, pro, out there brother, and a very lovely, gentile, and hermetic kind of brother, and I'm kind of somewhere in between. I love this movie so much. Anyway, that's enough about you. Me. I'd imagine, in his very gentile nature, that he and very honest gentile nature went to the GP, the family GP, and said, "Hey, yeah, I'd like to try drugs. Yeah, I want to try some. You know what I mean? A very good boy all my life. I stayed away from drugs all my life and alcohol all my life. And it's like, I would like to try drugs. Maybe one. Yeah. And this is the solution. As I just realized, it's so simple and so perfect. You just go to your GP. In this world, so in the other video, I talked about homosexuality used to be illegal, and everybody was like shunned. If you're a drug addict, it's a bad thing. If you're a drug dealer, it's a worse thing. Where, like, they're not. But you have these as the worst things in the world. Drug addict, drug dealer are the worst things. And again, it's the situation, the equilibrium, the social and political equilibrium that lands down on these people that are victims of these situations that get the bad stigma or the bad taboo. It's not the police that are circling and cycling it and putting it back out on the streets and taking it and putting it back and taking it. And if you've seen Training Day, boys, just as a warning, I love that movie so much. You notice, like, he has some heroin drug dealer guy his whole life. Like, one of my old guys, Denzel's like one of my old guys. And he just builds him up and builds him up. They had a good thing for maybe 20, 30 years. Your man's there with no legs left on him. He's obviously injecting heroin constantly or something. He's quiet as a dormouse. You wouldn't know anything about him. And then the cops just come around. Again, this cycle. And boom, pop him and take all his money and put the kids in college. I love that movie Training Day so much. It's just a warning to anybody out there, that you think you might have a good thing going, but you might just be letting the build up and inflate you and then pop you and just do it over and over again. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yes, the practical solution to this situation. So you just go to your GP and you tell them, and your GP will do a physical on you and say, sorry, you are not physically suitable to take drugs or cocaine or whatever it is you're trying to ask your GP for. So it's an incentive to go out and be healthy and drink loads of water at the same time, isn't it? And maintain a standard or level of health. All the boys will be out there jogging and drinking loads of water to get their GP approval. And then you have it. Then you can get like a certain amount of, say, again, cocaine. And, I would not ever, I don't know where this popular fad about smoking cocaine came from. I just wouldn't. It smells like carbonic. I know chemistry a lot. It just smells so carbonic and toxic. I would just not smoke cocaine. I suppose the reason the whole thing about baking soda being mixed in with coke, I think, was because you could smuggle it through. I don't know if I've said this already. How was I saying this in a video? You could smuggle it through with baking soda as a mixture, not a compound. And you could say it's not cocaine, it's a mixture of baking soda. And they could easily rinse and get rid of the baking soda then and just have the pure cocaine. So I think that's where it came from. I'm not sure, or because I don't know. I don't want to talk about smoking cocaine anyway. But anyway, sorry, I got earbuds all over now. Actually, my dad's just going to take a bath, but they have to keep an eye on me. So, yep, you go to your GP and you let them you ask them, and you let them know. And once you have your approval, then you can have it for a good time if you don't mess it up. So if you go off your head, you can only have a certain amount as well, so it's limited. And there's going to be a lot of shadow play. There's going to be people signing up and getting things that they don't even want, or placing bets with bookies that they're not allowed to place bets with, kind of thing. But that happens with every system. Compared to the actual system at the moment, it wouldn't be as near as corrupt and messed up as it is. Again, the nerds in Germany listen to me, because under the police making 200% of the profit on cycling drugs in and out of the world and pretending that they have a war on drugs, and they're doing the best they can, and they do the best they can. They won't come to save you in the middle of the night, when you're in a dodgy fucking car park or something. But they're doing the best they can to maintain their war on drugs. It's a fucking bad joke. Yeah, just run it. So they're earning 200%, where the government could be, or even 300%. It's illegal, isn't it? In some tax, sensitive stuff. Where the nerds in government could be earning 30%. And lots of 30% of that. It's a very big bubble of 30%. So it's just a matter of the nerds winning over the corrupt cops, and the corrupt cops are kind of hard to get on top of, especially in Ireland, but the German solicitors had no problem. So yeah, the German nerds bet that probably non-existent bad German cops. That's why they legalized it and got it going. This is also probably in Thailand. There's a lot of corrupt cops running the whole thing. Yes, that was a big jump for Thailand. Because it was a really big thing. But again, you look at Thailand, there was so much problems with making things like pot illegal. There's so much crime. Like, there's so much crime that generates out of it, making it illegal. So much crime, so much running around, and yeah, creating gangland and shooting and violence, and kids dying from things that's not real, it's not regulated, it's not monitored, it's not censored. Um, so yeah, I was thinking, yeah, you go to your GP and you can say you can physically have, I don't know how much a week supply. I was like, you can just say to your GP, I want to take Coke once a week, every Saturday, or something like that, and you can have like a whatever a fucking day's amount of, I don't know what a gram of cocaine is worth, or worth. Don't even know what it's fucking measured in. But yeah, and if you pass your physical, then it's all so much taboo and so much like just making like homosexuality legal. Like you didn't get stigmatized or tabooed. And again, my favorite poetry is people used to go to park benches, dodgy alleyways, public toilets to be gay. You want to say gay about it? To be gay. Yes, to have love as comforts, or I don't know how to say this properly. Meet people anyway. Mutually minded, um, mutually minded adults and things, grown ups. So yeah, and there's so much bad, dirty stigma around it, and that's the same with drugs. You go to park benches, alleyways, and public toilets, and all that dirty badness and dirtiness will just disappear. It's like, yeah, man, I'm clear for my gram of cocaine once a week. Prove you're positive, you're happy, you're mentally stable. Be a great reason to screen everybody in society at the same time. Yeah, and I just want to go to my GP and say, yeah, I need 3 grams of grass a week. And people laugh at me in Germany because they put 3 grams in a fucking doobie. I was like, yeah, I just want 3 grams, minimalistic smoker. You can check my lungs and mental health. If I mess it up, if I go off the rails, if I have an episode, you lose it. You just lose it, or you go on probation and it's just kind of taken away. So you don't want to mess with your good thing. So it makes everybody at the same time very prudent at the same time. You don't need to go ahead for this, which is just insane. Just want to say like things about violence, mindlessness, crashing cars, drugging women. No, I'll get you another pint. No, I'll get you another pint. No, I'll get you another pint. No, sorry, not to be weird, but that's socially acceptable. Sorry, but yeah, no, I'm turning a bad thing for doing different. I don't mind if you're weird. From time to time, I have to stop drinking. I have to stop drowning in Sailor Man. So I have to stop drowning and start swimming. Yeah, go join a gym. Big time. It's actually, yeah, while I'm here and talk about drugs, I actually gave some lovely advice to a lad that I was talking to on the bus. He had a hard time. He was kind of on a binge. He was like, don't talk about it. I was down to nagging him. I'm just going to go to town and go wild. And I can advise him, get addicted to healthiness. I've done it once or twice in my life. You get addicted to being healthy. Milkshakes and water and proteins and food. And then you look at alcohol and cigarettes, you're like, ugh, ugh. It just looks rotten and poisonous and, oh God, no, mess with my temple. And just get addicted to being healthy is a good way of, a good addiction. Anyway, really good. Yeah, smoothies and protein shakes and jogging and swimming and being a machine. And get addicted to that. And loads of water is what I noticed. I was going bottles and bottles of rakes of water. Just get addicted to healthiness. And it does look dirty. It all looks rotten. And there's, oh no, God, I wouldn't risk it all. And dirty, vinegary alcohol. Yeah, but that is my practical solution that I imagined hypothetically from my little brother's innocence, that you just go to your GP and ask them for what you want, and you get health screen tested, and you pay. Like, you're going to pay for it. You're going to pay tax. It might be even more than you probably buy in the street, but you're not a criminal. You're not a criminal. You don't have to feel like a criminal. Because I notice that as well, especially about smoking pot, can be kind of paranoid. If I feel like a criminal when I'm doing it, I don't know, it kind of stamps it in a bit. I don't want to feel paranoid and feel like I saw those posters in Germany. It's like, I don't want to be a criminal. I'm not a criminal. Stop calling me a criminal. That's a very good point. It's like, I'm very law abiding, extremely law abiding. peaceful person, and very neighbourly and cordially, and keep to myself and try not to trespass upon others. Do recommend you watch Irony of It by The Streets, British hip hop artist, posted it all around when Germany legalized. It's a really funny video while I'm sitting here, having a beer. A dichotomy between alcohol and marijuana. It's really, really good. I love it. Sitting around using my degree in engineering to make homemade bongs. I just completed Tekken on the highest level. Dragon Ball Z on the highest level. Yeah, I'm going to Amsterdam in the new year. There's a couple of people here. You might call us queer. Alright, and now I'm Larry, and I'll go out and use my excuse and right to get blurry. I mess it up, trash it up, having a good old fucking row in the pub. Yeah, that's a good one. The Irony of It, Streets. Anyway, so that's my solution, and it's very healthy. And and the GPs be like making a lot of money. Everybody wants to talk to their GP suddenly, and everybody wants to get health screened, and there's churning in it, and everybody wants to get healthy. And yep, you don't have to have a cafe, or a sports bar, or any sort of these things. You just go to your GP, and ask them, tell them what you want, and try it out, see how it goes. Test period, mess it up, you mess it up. Yeah, and this all disappears. All those pigs making so much money, all those fucking running around cowboys and Indians breaking in your door, stealing all the drugs that they sold you, just like in Training Day. You lose so much criminality on this. The populace, the people, the young lads won't be running around saying, "I'm a criminal, man, because I take cocaine." You're not a criminal because you take cocaine, but you're going to start acting and doing criminal things because you're taking cocaine or something, and you're told you're a criminal. And they make you feel like you're a criminal, and you go out, you buy it, I don't know. And this lad's protecting you, and this lad's protecting, and that all just disappear, and all that gangster stuff will probably mostly likely just disappear, and you'll love your GP, the way you're probably meant to. Thank your GP. All right, I made my point. I'm gonna smoke a tobacco pipe. That's a gentleman's pipe. I guess I smoke a Virginia. Yes, although the slavery is bad karma on the old Virginia. Anyway, peace out, hippies.